Alright guys, this is going to be a brief demonstration of how you can do convex grinds. I'll be demonstrating this on the Beaumont KMG using the slack belt attachment. This isn't the way I normally do it. I normally use the Grizzly 2x72 for my convex grinds, but I know more and more knife makers are using a setup like this. So the first thing in doing a convex grind is you have to start with a flat grind. If you just start grinding from bar stock on a slack portion of a belt, whether on this slack or I have the rotary platen from Beaumont as well. If you just start grinding on that, you're going to end up with a really obtuse, poor geometry. So I always start with a flat grind. It doesn't have to be really high. I usually do it about half as high as I want in the convex, or pretty close. You can do it either way. And you start with a flat grind because you want crisp plunge cuts and you want them to be perfectly even. I don't know if you can see that. You want crisp plunge cuts because they're really hard to do and really hard to even up on a slack portion of a belt. Also, you want to set up your edge geometry to about where you would put an edge bevel on a flat grind before you start on the slack. So here goes. You might want to turn your volume down if you have headphones on. Here you can see I'm starting to raise the bevel up. So here's where I'm at on now. This is still the flat grind. I'm basically just raising the grind line up to where I want it to, and then once I get it to where I want to, I'm going to start back down at the edge again, thin the edge down to its final shape, and then blend it all back together again. So, back to it. Okay, so I have this bevel height roughly where I want it to be, but you'll see right in front of the plunge cut, you'll get either a half, like a flat spot still, from the edge to about here. And you'll have to, when you get on the belt, once you get to that plunge, you need to rock the tip up so the plunge goes down into the belt. But be careful doing this, because this is the part where if you're not careful, you will wash out this grind line and get that big smiley face shaped grind. We don't want that. So we got rid of that flat spot. This side is pretty good. We're gonna start on the other side. I forgot to mention, this is 80 grit ceramic belt, and I'm moving it almost full speed. I turn it down once I get to the tricky spots because I don't want to mess it up. But I run it at mostly full speed because it cuts faster and the blade stays cooler that way. Don't overheat. This is already heat treated. Now we'll start on the other side. I'm gonna move you real quick. So there's that side. There's the first side. It's pretty even. Still got a little bit of work to go, but that's how you do it. And then you just basically repeat the same thing on finer and finer grits. One thing of mention, get as stiff a belt as you can. Y weight's the best. Don't try doing this with the J weight because, yeah, they're flexing. Well, there you go. Basic demonstration. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.